Hey, how are you? My name is Sohan. I'm the CEO founder of BusinessWorks. Um, okay, so I'm just going to make this video and talk to you about some really important things. So one of the things I want to do, just got my laptop here and I've got my notes here just so I can refer to them when I'm talking to you so I don't get off point. But I wanted to talk to you about taking control. And I'm working from home right now, and I'm sitting here and going, right, taking control in the sense of, as an organization, there's got to be systematic approaches that organizations want to take. But systematic approaches, they rely on your standard operating definition of conditions. But then there are a few other things that we need to consider in an organization, right? Especially in this contemporary world. So I said, I will share this with you and talk to you a little bit about it and spend about 4 to 5 minutes just talking to you about some steps. So I think if you want to, grow, one of the things you want to do is take notes and then reflect on those notes and then apply them to yourself. So I'm going to start off with asking you to start jotting these down. I'm going to give you about 6 steps. And these 6 important key elements are really going to help you. So you can call them steps, or you can call them elements, whatever you feel like calling them, but there are 6 of them. And if you use them right, you'll be able to look at creating a systematic approach and really form a robust environment that's ready for change and that can constantly evolve as opposed to just staying put. So the first one is using time wisely. Now you got to learn to understand that every individual has a biological prime time. What I mean by a biological prime time is that there is a moment, there is this time that you can do something in the zone and you can get your most productive self taken care of. After that or before that, you're usually not in your prime time. So every individual has a biological prime time, which you need to know what your prime time is so you can get all the challenging stuff out of the way during that time, because that's when you'll be in the zone. You'll be able to get done quicker than normal. So use your time wisely. Number 2, communicate. So what I mean by communicate is the literal word of actually communicating. Today's day and age, we don't have to define the word communication. Everyone knows what it is intellectually and theoretically, but when it comes to practicing it, it can be challenging for a lot of us. So the important thing that you need to remember here in step number 2, or element number 2, is you need to communicate, you need to communicate, and you need to communicate even more. Over communication is probably better than just communicating or under communicating. And I've been through that personally, so I can completely relate to the power of over communicating than under communicating. So just keep that factor in mind. Number 3, don't look for employees who are perfect. That's a big mistake you can make. You know, I said this to someone last night at an event when I was speaking, and I said, you know, if you're looking for perfection, there's one thing of setting a standard high, setting the bar really high for yourself for performing. And then there's the other part of actually trying to make sure it's perfect. But see, perfection is something that you can never have. It's counterproductive. So what's the point? It's probably the lowest form of mediocrity, the lowest standard of life. So why aim for something that's so low? You'd rather focus on employees that are efficient, that are not perfect, but are efficient. That's important, okay? Number 3, get rid of this procrastination. You know, sabotage procrastination. Kill this procrastination and laziness that seems to get into us. What I mean by that is, if you've got action steps that need to be taken, get them done in a timely way. Stop waiting. Just make a decision in 5 seconds and execute. You know, a lot of people speak about the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 rule, where you say that 5, count down from 5 to 1. It's a reverse way of impacting the brain and the thought pattern. It interrupts the thought pattern because we're conditioned to count in sequence 1 to 5. But when you count from 5 down to 0 or 1, you're ready to interrupt the pattern and you're ready to take action. That's the simplest way of me explaining it, but there's more information on this online. But the point is, you need to stop being a procrastinator, you need to stop being lazy, and you need to take timely action and just get it done. Number 4, get disciplined. You know, you're disciplined in certain areas of your life and then you're not disciplined in certain areas of your life. Well, when it comes to creating a systematic approach in your organization and taking control, you need to learn how to take this program of change and be disciplined at having to really dedicate yourself and be disciplined to committing to your appointment of change, of evolving, of creating systems in your environment which are conducive to change and adaptable and flexible, as opposed to being very robust. Okay? And the fifth one that I want to share with you is the sixth one is look at your procedures. Look at your procedures. Don't look for your procedures to be cookie cut and perfect. And so I've repeated this about perfection twice now in this conversation. Don't look for perfection. It's counterproductive. It's a lower standard. Don't do that. Look at your work processes, look at your procedures, and ask yourself, how is this conducive to tomorrow? Because if you focus on creating procedures that are simple, that can change, then you'll be in a position to make changes with time. Because the outside world is constantly shifting in this contemporary world. And if you're not shifting, then you're going to get stuck and eventually you're going to die, because you're going to get left behind. You'll perish while your competitors keep moving forward. So understand that change is something that we need to have quick. In the new economy, it's about quick changes. What that means is you need to make sure that your procedures are not perfect and they're not cookie cut, but they're very, very simple. Only because if they're simple, then it's easy to adapt and easy to change and easy to go ahead and keep on evolving. So there you go. 6 important aspects of how you can create a systematic approach when you're considering taking control of having to go through this path of change and evolving with the new economy in the contemporary world. I hope you enjoyed this. My name is Sohan from Business Works. I look forward to talking to you soon. This is one of our tips that we give every single day. Keep on tuning in. Looking forward to the next episode, and I'll talk to you soon. And make sure you rock it out and keep on changing. Cheers.